Should I open it or should you?
Hey, this place is super nice.
Kay, look, there's a library.
That's great. You were just complaining you had no reading material.
Aufgelischten Tar? Have you ever heard a book titled Aufgelischten Tar?
No. This one here is entitled Gorganamuld.
Flurmglyphin. What does Flurmglyphin mean?
Oh, I have Flurmglyphin Ostruisi here. Must be a sequel.
Please don't tell me all the books in this library are written in this weird language. I'm about to cry.
Ah. I have one with images.
If you think I'll be satisfied with a children's picture book.
Who said it was a children's book? Check it out.
Huh? Okay, we'll take this one. Are you sure this one is ripe?
It passes. I think we scared them. The symbol. It's the same as on my medal.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Do you understand any of this?
No. And what is this?
No idea. There's no button, no lever, nothing. Whoa. What did you do?
Nothing. I just waved my medal and...
Are you telling me that your medal is actually some kind of key?
I have no idea. But in any case, it's open. So are we gonna check out the other side?
Of course, unless you have a better idea. Okay, then. These buildings are a lot more sinister than the others. Do you think that's the experimental plant that my mom mentioned?
Very likely so.
Which blew everything up. It doesn't look so big.
I'm guessing it goes deep, though.
I don't understand. How could such a small drill cause an entire planet to explode?
I guess it acted as a catalyst.
Sorry, I still don't understand.
I'm not sure I understand it either. At best, I have a hypothesis. Whatever that's worth.
Please, tell me.
Okay, so, you know how the planets are set up, kind of?
A big flow core with crust all around it.
That's right. Irena said the plant was sourcing flow directly at the core, and that it was condensing into a solid state to facilitate transport.
So that would be the rust.
No. Actually, I'm thinking of something else. Whatever it was, something went wrong. And instead of condensing normally, the flow degraded into rust. And this degradation would have propagated along the drill path and into the core.
Okay, there's no need to use air quotes every time.
Sorry.
So then?
Well, kind of like water and ice, if you will. The rust occupied more space than flow. When the flow core turned into rust, it expanded against the crust all around it, which ended up cracking. Kind of like leaving a bottle in the freezer for too long.
And the rust leaked out of the cracks?
I guess so. Otherwise, it came out of geysers, volcanoes, whatever.
Okay. That makes sense. Which leads me to my second question. Why do you have the key to this thing around your neck?
If I knew.
What was that you picked up?
I'm trying to figure it out. It looks like rust, but It's a lot heavier and slicker.
Let me see. Hey, it's kind of warm, too.
Weird, huh?
Do you think that that's what they were making here? The ultra-concentrated flow thing?
Yes, possibly. I'd need some time to analyze it in the nest. This is giving me a great recipe idea.
No spoilers. This one doesn't look very good.
Let's not judge based on appearances.
You were right. Okay.
On your mark.
Aha! Ready when you are.
All set. Let's get it over with.
And done.
That'll teach him.
You know what to do.
Yep.
Nice one. Done and done.
One to go. You?
Yep, saw that.
We're that good. What's the highest a flow thread can go? Bloot. I'm silly, I forgot about.
There's still more.
Stowaway. On your mark.
Now! Oh, did I miss?
Don't. You. 3, 2, 1.
Now! This one's ready.
I got this.
Boom, baby! There you go. That looks bad.
He's ripe for the picking. Oh, booyah! You?
Yep. So, your turn.
I'm on it. He's ripe for the picking.
Bye-bye.
See you around. Are you all right? You?
Yep. Saw that.
Yeehaw! One to go.
This one's what you know what to do.
I got this. Done and done. Come on, let's keep going. A little more rust?
Don't mind if I do.
Looks like the birds already had a crack at it.
As long as they're leaving some for us. This one looks suspicious. Requesting permission to sample.
Granted.
All this rust is starting to feel heavy.
It's been nice knowing you.
Eat it!
Stop moving!
Boom, baby!
They're up to something.
Ready to block.
Sweet. What?
He didn't like that too much. Cover me!
Booyah!
You little help here? I'm not feeling too well.
We have healing capsules if needed.
Ready when you are!
Ready. Careful. On your mark.
Anytime. This one's ready.
On it.
Now shoot! That's how we rock. More housing.
These aren't too desolate. You wouldn't know that they've been abandoned all these years.
It might not have been that long.
Huh?
My mom said that she was still vice president when it all blew up. And I remember when she got that position. I was little, but I remember there was a party. Which means that this whole explosion thing happened afterwards. Like 20 years ago at most.
That's weird. To think that we were alive at the time. That we were just chilling, watching cartoons, and meanwhile a whole planet was exploding.
We weren't exactly old enough to do anything about it. Or even understand any of it.
Right, that's true. But that puts things into some perspective. Shall we check if one is open?
Let's go.
How about we take a look?
To a rustless world.
This one should open.
What's that you picked up?
This? Oh, he's cute. Isn't he? Can we keep him?
I don't know, Kay. Who will take care of him?
I will.
You're saying that now, but you'll lose interest in 2 weeks. And after that, I'll be the one taking him on walks and picking up his poop.
Oh no, I swear. And I'm sure he'll be tidy. Isn't that right, Snetty? You'll be so tidy. Boop.
His name is Snetty?
Yes, I believe. That just came to me.
Snetty's cute. All right, let's keep him.
You hear that, Snetty? We're gonna find you a new home.
Kay,
Yeah?
look up there.
That came down nearby. Maybe one fragment away tops.
Do you think there was another hornet?
Need to be careful until we know for sure.
This is impossible. There can't be a fault line on each polluting fragment.
No. The vibrations are likely propagating through the flow. Also, earthquakes aren't necessarily the result of fault lines.
Yeah? What else can it be?
Volcanic activity, for example.
Oh, well, how reassuring. There you go. Ah, you? Yep, saw that. Booyah! Great job.
You're welcome.
You know what to do.
Yep,
Your turn.
I got that.
This one's ready.
Yep.
Eat it.
You.
You know it. Your turn. Booyah! One left. You know what to do. This one's ready.
On it. We make a good team. Maybe a little flow burst.
We'll never catch her.
I hope we didn't do all this for nothing.
No way.
We move in, and the rust clears out.
You thought you were so sly.
Should we just do the whole islet?
I'll follow your lead. Is this it?
That was fast.
Blute, we're all out of cure.
We'll need to be brave a little longer.
So, are we gonna talk about it, or
About...
you, your metal, source?
What?
I can't believe this isn't nagging at you. It's nagging at me. How come an item that evidently came from Source found its way around the neck of an apiary kid? Don't you remember where you found it?
No. And I already told you it was mine when I was a kid. I already had it when the home took me in.
And before that?
Before what? I don't remember. I was too young.
Alright, Kay, you might think I'm crazy, but have you considered the possibility that you...
Might have been born on Source? Yeah. I've been mulling it over since we opened that door. It's a plausible hypothesis. My parents might have been part of the Source settlers, and I would have been evacuated, though they weren't. That would explain the home, this key around my neck.
And? What do you think?
It would be pretty reassuring in a way. I've always been told that my parents abandoned me, without any explanation. I think if I had the choice, I'd prefer the Source settler story. Even if that would also mean they probably died here. I'm a horrible person, aren't I?
No, I don't think so. I think it's normal to think that. But I guess, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how I would react in the same situation.
I don't know either.
You know, I don't think I would mind it if you were born on Source. I've always dreamed of meeting a handsome stranger from another planet. We still don't know what was in that last cocoon that fell out of the sky.
This is bothering you, isn't it?
Yes?
Here we go. More rest.
Don't let yourself fall behind, okay?
Never again.
I don't know this drone. Do you think that they developed a new kind, especially to explore Source?
Are you joking? It's a pallet jack.
A what?
Haven't you ever set foot in a warehouse?
What would I do in a warehouse? I'm not even sure there are warehouses on top.
Of course there are warehouses. Where do you think they store their stuff?
In a stuff box? Come on, let's get this hydraulic cylinder back to the nest instead of blathering.
What are you gonna use it for?
We'll see. Hydraulics are always useful.
If you say so. Okay, a little bit of rust here and there, and that should be good.
Whew, finished.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just routine maintenance.
The nest hasn't flown in a while. Does it really need maintenance?
It requires maintenance precisely because it's not flying. That way, when it's ready to take off, it'll be fully operational.
Looks like a dirty job.
Ah, that's nothing. Just a bit of gunk. Scrubs right off.
Let's scrub it off right now.
Hmm?
We all need a little maintenance, don't you think?
Am I supposed to believe that seeing my hands full of gunk is turning you on?
Certainly doesn't hurt.
Okay. But let me get some ground rules. No gear-based puns, whether it's about nozzles, cylinders, or pistons.
Flange gaskets?
Surprise me. So, is this rust or is this not rust?
Depends on how you define rust.
A kind of ruddy substance that dissolves in flow?
Then it's not rust. It has the same components, but no matter how much flow I throw at it, it won't budge. On the contrary, flow seems to evaporate when they come into contact.
Evaporate?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right word. It's absorbed, consumed? I mean, it disappears.
Oh yeah, then it's like hyperrust.
Not quite. Hyper kind of implies a superior state, an excess. But there's no difference between the composition of this rust and the rust we already know. The only difference is the internal structure, whether that's a superior or an inferior state. I mean, you wouldn't consider ice to be hyper water, would you?
No, but I think that's because hyper water has an awkward ring to it, whereas hyper rust sounds pretty good.
Is this another one of those situations where you've decided that a thing should have a specific name, and there's no way I could change your mind?
You can always try, but I really like hyper rust.
Okay.
So, to summarize, hyperrust dissolves flow, which dissolves rust. Maybe rust dissolves hyperrust. That'd be like rock, paper, scissors.
No, rust and hyperrust, as you call it, have no effect upon one another.
Too bad. I really like rock, paper, scissors. I win every time.
I know. And I still don't understand how you do it. It's statistically impossible.
If you think rock, paper, scissors has to do with statistics, you really missed the point of rock, paper, scissors.
One day I will uncover this mystery.
All in due time. First, hyperrust, then rock, paper, scissors. I'm still thinking about the cocoon we saw coming down. And I don't think that it was a hornet. Hornets are never sent out on their own. They always come in threes, like the ones we saw earlier. Sometimes more. I don't like this at all.
Maybe we should stay away.
No, not knowing what's in that cocoon is gonna drive me crazy. We have to check it out. Plus, whatever's in there, I say we should find it before it finds us.
Annex 1.6. By activating their overdrive setting, Merman extractors may extract 5 titaniums per asteroid instead of 3. However, they will need to cool down for 1 extra turn.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
The sun was still high when we went to sleep, so I would say early afternoon.
No, I mean the real time, like the apiary's time.
Then no.
Don't you want to know?
Not really. Time in the apiary only makes sense on apiary planets. The night and day cycles are a lot shorter here.
I know that. But I like to take a look at the time before I go to sleep. That way, when I wake up, I can look at the time and tell whether or not I slept well.
Can't you just go by whether or not you feel rested?
That's not the same. You don't get it. It's psychological.
How long do you need to sleep?
8 hours, 10 minutes.
Okay, so let's say it's 11 p.m. So tomorrow morning, I'll set the Nest clock at 7 a.m. Does that work?
7:10. And yes, that works. Thanks.
Let's do this. Give me a random page number.
24.
Not bad.
Yeah, this one is a keeper. We still don't know what was. Do you see what I'm seeing?
That's...
Hey, you! How nice that you came to visit.
Come on, we have a surprise for you.
You know, it's kind of chilly up here.
Yeah, we should have packed you a little sweater. What's up, Oink? What's happening? Why are you scratching like that? Did you swallow some rust again?
I can't see any on him.
Ah, he's peeling off whole strips of skin. Stop it, Oink. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh, I get it. He's starting to molt.
Do Oinks molt?
Seems like it.
Aw, poor guy.
No, this is natural. I don't think it hurts.
Maybe, but it looks tedious. Look at him.
You're right. Let's help him.
I'm gonna get my exfoliant. There you go. That's the last big chunk. I bet you feel lighter, don't you? What are you picking up?
Hygrosides. Some fell off while we were scrubbing.
What you gonna do with them? I thought they were bad for your kidneys.
Not just for kidneys. But just a tiny quantity could trigger some interesting effects.
What kind of effects?
You know what they take on charm for the matchmaking ceremonies?
Is that it? I've been wanting to try that.
Well, let's try these out, should the occasion arise.
Thanks, Oink.
Thank you, Burble.
Too easy. Higher! Higher!
You?
Yeah?
Nothing. I just wanted to make sure you were still there. We've been spotted.
All good. We're out of reach. What? A hollow bug?
So that's what was in the cocoon. But who?
Ah, here you are, finally. I knew you wouldn't stray far from your nest.
Osius?
That's funny. I was fully expecting to find you two all skin and bones, matted hair, living like frightened animals. But you look very healthy. Especially you. You are resplendent. So, it seems like the Hornets weren't too much of a hassle. For the record, I personally objected to sending them. I preferred a more peaceful approach. But you know the Council. Always so reluctant to live with the times.
What'd you want?
Same as ever. You.
You'll have to go through me first.
If you wish to demonstrate your manhood and your strength by punching a hologram, be my guest. But I doubt this is going to impress anyone. You. I know we got off on the wrong foot, you and I. But you have been on my mind constantly. Ever since our brief and rowdy encounter last time. The matchmaker could not have made a better choice for the two of us. And I'm sure that deep down you think so too. Which is why I don't want to bring you back to top by force. I'm confident that you will join me there of your own volition. What can I say? I'm a sentimentalist. It's just one more thing we have in common.
That will never happen.
And another one. We're stubborn. You see, we're made for each other, you. In time, you'll come to realize that. And I'm ready to show some goodwill until you do. So give me your conditions. Anything you want, I will do everything I can to satisfy you.
I want nothing from you.
Very well. Then I'll give up everything I have. I'll vacate my seat on the council. And you and I can start from scratch. Everything we'll have, we'll build together. I won't stand in your way.
You really don't understand, do you?
Oh, yes, you. I understand. I understand not to take you for granted. I even understand the odds look against me. But I never imagined that a mere holographic visit would be sufficient to convince you. You see, my purpose was merely to announce my impending arrival. Been held up by a few council matters, but I'll be on my way soon. It's an opportunity to spend some time together. Learn to know one another. And to visit this source I've been hearing so much about. I'm sure my companionship will quickly change your mind. You'll see. And if that's not the case, then too bad. We can always recalibrate.
What?
Goodbye, you. See you very soon.
No, wait. What? What did you just... Did he just talk about recalibrating?
He did, but
I knew it. It's not a rumor. Recalibration really does exist.
calm down. He's probably bluffing.
Why would he be bluffing? What blooming good would that do?
He's trying to scare us.
For what? So that I fall right into his arms, fear-stricken? What's the plan there? No, there's no way he's bluffing. That Boron has never had to bluff in his entire life. And if anyone has access to those kind of rotten practices, he does. Oh, they're going to recalibrate us. We'll have nothing left of one another.
We don't know that.
Could we sit down somewhere? My legs are feeling a bit wobbly.
I guess we must be pretty close to the origin of the flow bridge. I've never seen it look so impressive.
Please, enough with this bridge. Huh? I mean, it is the entire reason why we are having problems. Osius, the drones.
But the bridge is also the reason why we're here.
I know. But like, what if only we were able to use it? Maybe it could work just for us and no one else. I'm just asking for one little change in the universal laws of physics. Is that too much?
It could work.
What? Changing the universal laws of physics?
No. I mean, if this bridge weren't here, we'd be completely cut off from the other planets in the apiary. No one could come and get us.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you don't understand. We could sever the flow bridge.
Are you serious right now?
Why not? A flow bridge is only a big bunch of flow threads woven together. If we can absorb a flow thread, maybe we could...
Are you even listening to yourself? There's not a big bunch of flow threads. There are millions of them.
Oh, all right. A very big bunch.
Maybe we could use the hyper rust.
I see where you're going with that, but how would you do it? We can't exactly throw the hyper rust into a bag and wait for it to start sucking stuff in. Best case scenario, it would cut off a few flow threads on its way, and the bridges would come right back together.
But then we could grab the flow.
What?
With our gloves, our boots. Aren't we grabbing flow?
Sure, but nowhere near that amount.
Because the batteries are capped. But let's say I stick a bit of hyper rust on the glove circuits. where the batteries are, for example. They would absorb the flow, which would collide with the hyperrust, which would evaporate or whatever. Let's say I remove the safety on the gloves so that they could absorb several threads at a time. It would take a while, but it could take care of the whole bridge.
And you could do that?
If we had enough hyperrust. I think so.
Then let's get to work.
It completed its mission and just shut down. Poor little holobug. They're tailing us. We're all good.
Don't turn around, but I think we're being followed. A job well done. U-turn!
It doesn't work if you warn me after you turn. Did I just feel you pinching my butt in passing?
How could I possibly achieve that? This is where we came from.
All right, I know.
They're right behind us.
Again?
Should've run faster, big guy.
You didn't have any of these on Truth, did you?
No, ours sucked.
Will you leave us alone?
Nice, nice. That's some good.